No more Average Joe as Root century seals all-time great status. Root hits his first century in Australia as England and day one on top. Water relief. So tangible, you can almost touch it. Relief that after 12 years and 30 attempts Joe Root has a test century in Australia. Relief that England's chances of competing in this Ashes series are alive. Relief that Matthew Hayden will not be striding around external the Melbourne Cricket Ground wearing only his cowboy hat. The first day of the second test in Brisbane began with a fully clothed Hayden, son of Queensland, taking the acclaim of his home crowd. It ended with Root in the limelight, should that be floodlight, once again delivering when his team and his country needed him. The Gabba is where English Ashes dreams end before they have begun. At 5-2 and 211-6 there was the real possibility England could be as good as beaten only 3 days into this series. Somehow, Root remained the calmest man on Vulture Street to deliver a moment that will endure regardless of the result. This was a day that toyed with the emotions and tested the ticker. From despair and optimism to downright fear of New England bogeyman Mitchell Starc, there was a longing for Root, adored not only for his runs, but for everything he has given to the England cap and his downright decency as a human being, to finally fill one of the few gaps on his CV. When 98 ticked over to 102, with a leg glance off Scott Boland, grown men leapt into each other's arms, and the roar from a lower corner of the Gabba might have been heard in Sheffield. Root simply shrugged his shoulders. Australia will have to admit he's a great. Root hits elusive century. Root's first ton in Australia keeps England afloat. TMS podcast. Root scores first 100 in Australia. Root has been adamant that a personal milestone means very little if England do not return home with the Ashes. He's right, obviously.